Welcome back, guys, to Mass Effect 2! As we reach nearer and nearer the end of the game, with the only mission remaining apart from the DLC to be Tali's Treason, and our only assignment, apart from the DLC, to be packages for Ish. We start to sort out what's left and head towards the end of the game, but let's check out this thing for Ish, I guess. Anto Bectal is a member of the criminal organization headed up by Arya T'Loak, often considered the pirate queen of Omega. While Arya's gang is mostly airtight, Anto has an eye toward outside work. Whether this is an exploitable hole, we're not sure. This is Arya T'Loak after all. So this is the package that needs to be delivered to Ish. I assume, assuming that's exactly what it says, but is this some kind of coup against Arya T'Loak about to take place? Is this what Ish is after? The only way to find out is to actually head over to him and, well, smack him around a bit. No, just give it to him, maybe? Seems like that's our only option. Mind you, Arya's been kind of like a good friend, despite being, well, you know, a very grey character, you could say. I mean, she's the queen of an evil place, as it were. Omega is full of criminals and whatnot. Of course, it doesn't paint every single one of its residents in that fashion, but, you know. It's a den of iniquity. As I said, Ilium was only one bad day off from being Omega itself. It seems that Omega is measured as the worst on the scale. So, we can deliver that at a later... No, we'll deliver that now. I was thinking to just go talk to Tali. We're on the Normandy. Why not? Why not see about the mission? But maybe we should deliver this. It's always better to just do quests in a row, isn't it? Like, actually linking on to another quest. But I really want to start the end of the game, the happenings that are going to take place with Tali, and I really want to see the Overlord DLC. While I had played Mass Effect 2 through once before, so I knew the basic plot.
Commander, you might want to speak with Tali. She seems very worried about something.
We will speak to her this episode, in fact. But while I'd seen the basic plot and all that jazz, I hadn't actually seen any of the DLCs or anything, so the DLCs are completely new content to me straight off the bat. So it's very interesting to play those. Okay, so we just have to deliver the package. We don't have to get the package from the other place. We could do either or. So the market's in Omega. That's where we're heading next. To Omega at once. Leave orbit. To the mass relay. To Omega. All the way over there. Nearer to our destination, to Tali'zorah's loyalty mission. Right then, let's find out what this does. Will this cause some kind of war with Arya? I hope not. I don't really want to mess with her personally. If she can know about people like Samara's daughter and just shrug it off just because, well, she wasn't a target, it kind of, even though she's super dangerous, that kind of shows that Arya's not really concerned about a lot of things, a lot of problems. Probably not even concerned with Shepard still. She is the queen of a whole colony, more or less. Mind you, a colony in space. It would suck to get on her bad side and have to fight our way out of there. Loading screens, you forsake me! Let us go, let us go! We need to talk to Tali'zorah as soon as possible! Let us onto the planet at once! Right, Ish, we come for you! You who's forcing us to go through a ton of loading screens and delaying Tali'zorah! So we have your information, Ish.
Hello again, my friends. Please tell me you have something for me.
Have you seen what's in these packages?
Why? Did you find something untoward? Certainly nothing worth getting worked up about.
This information could weaken Arya's organization. You better be sure it's safe before you take it anywhere.
I'm touched. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Shall we get back to business?
I don't know. It's kind of really odd what you're doing, to be honest. Do you really want to, like, send Omega into chaos?
Why do you want information about one of Arya's men?
It's not for me. A lot of people want a leg up on Arya, and they'll pay a lot of credits to get it. If Anto or Arya found out, I'd be ruined. Or killed.
Arya will find out what you're up to, Ish. I don't envy you when that happens.
I think I can handle it.
No one has beaten Arya in centuries. Once she casts down your client, she'll come looking for you.
You're right. I have to get out of here. Thank you, my friend. You probably just saved my life. Come on, Sal. We have to get out of here.
The lesson really was there, just stop being an idiot. That was just an idiotic thing to do. I imagine that this quest on Omega didn't become accessible until we had encountered Ilium. So that's why we couldn't do it the first time round. Right, that's cleared up. Ish is not going to be an idiot to cause a war on Omega, make us have to get in the middle of it. We didn't have to worry about any of that stuff, thank God. So to Tali'zorah at once. As soon as we beat this loading screen. Load faster. I like my DNA strands and my odd molecules and lots of weird radioactivity typey biohazard signs on the far right. And my lovely pictures of the Normandy in skeletal form. But I also like Tali more. And the fact that we're going to have to enter yet another loading screen to get down the elevator. Hooray! Loading screens!
Commander.
We're going to see her. Tali, where are you? On the bottom. We'll check you out at once. Of course, you're with the engineers. Our friendly engineer people. I wonder how they're doing around Tali. I mean, the previous engineer on Normandy 1, we'll call it Normandy 1, was quite fond of Tali after all. They had a quite good relationship going. I can imagine these two joking about with her all the time.
Did you hear that we are sharing our deck with a Krogan?
You're really worried about the Krogan? I thought Tali was down here. Where is Tali? Excuse me, guys. You seen Tali anywhere? Oh, okay. Whatever.
Shepard, I've got a problem and I may need your help. But I need to ask you something first. I need to know if I can trust you. Some of this might involve fleet security. Cerberus cannot be involved.
You have my word. If necessary, I'll contact the elusive man to make sure he stays out.
Don't bother. He just lied to you. Hearing it from you is enough. I just received a message from the migrant fleet. The Admiralty Board has accused me of treason. I'm scared, Shepard.
Nobody who knows you could believe you'd betray your people, Tali.
I don't know. They don't lay charges like this unless the evidence seems absolute. But thanks. I appreciate your faith in me, Shepard.
Is it because you're working with Cerberus?
I'm not working with Cerberus. I'm working with you. And I got leave to serve on the Normandy again. I have no idea what they're accusing me of. You'd think I would remember if I betrayed the fleet.
What happens when a Quarian is accused of treason?
There's a hearing, with members of the Admiralty Board acting as judges. My father is an admiral on the board. He'll have to recuse himself from judgment. I can't even imagine what he's thinking right now. The punishment for treason is exile. If they convict me, I can never go back.
So you have no idea why they're accusing you?
None. The specifics of charges like this are rarely discussed on open channels. I won't know any more until I get to the flotilla.
What happens if you're convicted?
Like I said, exile. The specifics are up to the judges. If it's deemed only a tragic mistake in judgment, the guilty party might receive a small ship and supplies. Not that it really matters. Either way, if I'm convicted, I'll never see the migrant fleet again.
So, no prison and no death penalty?
We don't have the spare resources for long-term incarceration. Monitored work detail is more effective. And we don't have enough people to afford executions. An exile can still have children, and those children are welcomed back to the fleet.
How often is someone from the fleet charged with treason?
It's rare. It must be something that affects the entire flotilla, not just one ship. The most recent one was Treason Vas Normandy, an engineer who handed over fleet defense schematics to the Batarians. She had good intentions. The Batarians were contracted to upgrade our systems, but they passed the defense schematics to a pirate gang.
Was she convicted?
No. She made a suicide run on the pirate gang. She destroyed them before they could attack the fleet. She was pardoned posthumously. Let's hope I don't have to prove my innocence that way.
Okay. Let's go find the flotilla.
I was going to book passage on another ship. I didn't think there would be time for you to help. Thank you, Shepard. I'll program the Normandy with the flotilla's current location. The Admirals will be waiting for us.
There's always time for you, Tali. Always time. Anyway, we found where the migrant fleet is. Maybe that's Treason in itself telling us exactly where its location is, but I'm sure that's something that could be found out anyway. Well, let's get going there as soon as possible. Move, elevator, move! But I still do appreciate having an actual loading screen instead of the fake elevator loading screens of before. I really do appreciate that. I can't say that enough. God knows how many episodes we're in. And I really can't say that enough. So, to the flotilla at once. Let's leave orbit. Find out exactly where that is. Do we need any more fuel or anything? Oh, whoa. Of course we need more fuel because we've upgraded things recently. Right then, where to? Help Tali in the Valhallan threshold. Migrant fleet next to 2 stars, it seems. Really randomly odd looking. Let's help her. That looks cool, kind of like weird Death Stars. They kind of look like gigantic Death Stars with an even bigger laser on them. But why would they... Why treason charges on her after she just performed a mission that could help them God knows how much? And oh, I don't understand it. I can't understand it, but let's take Garrus down. Let's take the boyfriend. Of course, we'll save the points until Tali's got her special skill.
This is Tali'zorah Vas Normandy, requesting permission to dock with the Raya.
Our system has your ship flagged as Cerberus. Verify.
After time adrift among open stars, along tides of light and through shoals of dust, I will return to where I began.
Permission granted. Welcome home, Tali'zorah.
We'd like a security and quarantine team to meet us. Our ship is not clean.
Understood. Approach exterior docking cradle 17.
Captain Shepard, Tali'zorah told me a lot about you. I wish we could be meeting under more pleasant circumstances.
I've never actually reached the rank of captain. Technically, I'm no longer in the Alliance military at all.
You're the commander of the Normandy, responsible for the lives aborted. That entitles you to respect among our people. May you stand between your crew and harm as you lead them through the empty quarters of the stars.
Kila Salai. It's an old ship captain's blessing, Shepard.
Tali helped the Normandy's crew out of many difficult situations. I'm here to return the favor.
I understand. As the commander of the vessel she serves on, your voice carries weight. I wish I could do more to help Tali. The trial requires that I be officially neutral, but I'm here if you need to talk. They're charging you with bringing active Geth into the fleet as part of a secret project.
That's insane. I never brought active Geth aboard. I only sent parts and pieces.
You sent Geth materials back to the migrant fleet?
Yes, my father was working on a project. He needed the materials. If I sent back something that was only damaged, not permanently inactive, no, I checked everything. I was careful.
Technically, I'm under orders to place Tali'zorah under arrest pending the hearing. So, Tali, you're confined to this ship until this trial is over.
Thank you, Captain.
Preparations got underway as soon as you arrived. The hearing's being held in the Garden Plaza. Good luck.
So, it seems more like a diplomatic kind of affair is going on here. We may have to do a lot of talking. But with live Geth somewhere in the migrant fleet, it sounds like a lot of shooty as well.
You should speak with Admiral Raan. She's waiting for you up ahead.
I can't believe they're charging Tali'zorah.
If Tali'zorah can't even get a Quarian captain to stand for her, she's as good as convicted.
What's wrong with me?
Loyalty to the fleet.
I'm like the hero of everything. Shala'Raan, hello.
Tali'zorah Vas Normandy. I am glad you came. I could delay them only so long.
Auntie Ron! Shepherd Vas Normandy, this is Admiral Shala'Raan Vas Tonbe. She's a friend of my father's. Wait, Ron, you called me Vas Normandy.
I am afraid I did, Tali. The Admiralty Board moved to have you tried under that name, given your departure from the Neema.
I take it being associated with a human ship is a bad sign.
They stripped me of my ship name. That's as good as declaring me exiled already.
It's not over yet, Tali. You have friends who still know you as Tali'zorah Vas Neema. Whatever we must call you legally.
You're an admiral. Does that mean you're one of the judges?
I'm afraid not. My history with Tali and her father forced me to recuse myself.
I imagine father had to do the same.
You'll see inside, Tali. For my part, I moderate and ensure that the rules of protocol are followed, but I have no vote in the judgment.
I guess we should get started. Does Tali have a defense counselor? Someone who speaks for her side.
Indeed she does, Captain Shepard. She is part of your crew now, recognized by Quarian law. And remember, an accused is always represented by his or her ship's captain.
So, you would actually speak for my defense?
I'll do everything in my power to help you, Tali.
Thank you, Shepard. I could not ask for a better counselor.
Our legal rules are simple. There are no legal tricks or political loopholes for you to worry about. Present the truth as best you can. It will have to be enough. Now come. I promised that I would not delay you. This conclave is brought to order. Blessed are the ancestors who kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season. Keep us alive. The accused Tali'zorah Vas Normandy has come with her captain to defend herself against a charge of treason.
Objection! A human has no business at a hearing involving such sensitive military matters.
Then you should not have declared Tali crew of the Normandy, Admiral Chorus. By right as Tali's captain, Shepard must stay.
Objection withdrawn.
Shepard Vas Normandy, your crew member Tali'zorah stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
If it helps Tali, I will. But in her heart, she remains Tali'zorah Vas Neema, a proud member of the migrant fleet. I regret that her captain is forbidden to stand at her side today.
Nobody has been forbidden from anything. It is a simple...
Lie to them if you must, Zal'Koris, but don't lie to me and expect me to stay silent. The human is right.
Admirals, please. Shepard's willingness to represent Tali'zorah in this hearing is appreciated. Tali, you're accused of bringing active guests to the migrant fleet. What say you?
How could Tali have brought Geth to the fleet while serving on the Normandy?
To clarify, Shepard, Tali isn't accused of bringing back entire units, only parts that could spontaneously reactivate.
But I would never send active Geth to the fleet. Everything I sent was disabled and harmless.
Then explain how Geth seized the lab ship where your father was working.
What are you talking about? What happened?
As far as we can tell, Tali, the Geth have killed everyone on the Alarai. Your father included.
What? Oh, Keela.
I appreciate the need for this trial, Admirals. But right now, our first concern must be the safety of the migrant fleet. The Normandy stands ready to assist in whatever capacity necessary.
Thank you. Quarry and strike teams have attempted to retake the ship, so far without success.
Shepard, we have to take back the Alarai.
The safest course would be to simply destroy the ship. But if you are looking for an honorable death instead of exile...
I'm looking for my father, you Boshtet!
You intend to retake the Alarai from the Geth? This proposal is extremely dangerous.
With your permission, Admirals, yes. The good of the fleet must come first. And Tali needs to find her father.
Agreed. And if you die on this worthy mission, Tali, we will see that your name is cleared of these charges.
We can discuss that later.
Then it is decided. You will attempt to retake the Alarai. You are hereby given leave to depart the Raya. A shuttle will be waiting at the secondary docking hangar. Be safe, Tali. This hearing will resume upon your return, or upon determination that you have been killed in action.
Thank you for agreeing to take back the Alarai, Shepard. The Admirals sound sure that my father is already dead, but... I don't know. We won't know anything until we get there.
How are you holding up? They just threw a lot of fire at you, even before telling you about your father.
I knew this would be bad, but I guess you're never really prepared to be charged with treason. And my father, I don't know. He could still be alive. They don't know for certain that he's dead. I just don't know, Shepard, and I need to find out.
Is there anyone here you want to talk to before we go?
We can talk with the Admirals. It might help us to see what their viewpoints are. But I doubt we'll change anyone's mind by talking to them privately.
Let's go.
Right. The sooner we get to the Alarai, the sooner we'll know what happened.
Shepard, the secondary docking hangar is through the Conclave chamber where you are now. The shuttle they have provided is unarmed.
Understood.
Whatever Geth are on the Alarai have likely built more of themselves. Expect heavy resistance.
Okay then. Lots of politics there, and I think it probably is a good idea to schmooze with the Admirals. We obviously saw one in the middle that absolutely hated us. The one on the right seemed extremely for us. The one on the left said nothing at all. I'm wondering where she is and if I can talk to her a little bit. Because, well, it would be nice to have, I guess if it's a voting system, 2 for 1 would mean Tali was cleared. But yes, let's find out.
You set me up, Shala. You told Captain Donna not to say anything? I don't hear that my father may be dead until I'm in the trial? Why?
The Admirals needed to hear the shock in your voice, Tali. Otherwise, they might not have let you try to retake the Alarai. That is your best chance at recovering evidence that can exonerate you. I am sorry. We cannot afford sensitivity, Tali.
Are the judges that set on finding her guilty?
Anything involving the Geth is a live wire, Shepard. But there is still hope. And Girls greatly respects both you and Tali'zorah for stopping Saren. Admiral Koresh sees the whole thing as a war crime and wants to convict. I have no idea what Admiral Zen wants. You should get to the Alarai soon. Is there anything else I can tell you?
How long have you known Tali's family?
Since before Riel was an admiral. 25 or 30 years, I'd guess. I was there when Tali was born. Her mother and I had synced up our suits so we could be in the same open-air room. I was sick for a week, but it was worth it. I was the one who took Tali from her mother and put her in the bubble. She cried so hard.
I don't understand. You put your children in bubbles?
Environmental units. It's a step between relying on the mother's immune system through nursing and getting a suit of one's own.
The bubbles let parents take their children out of the clean rooms safely. We don't wear suits until adolescence.
There's a celebration when a child gets her first suit. It's a coming of age.
I'm not hearing much about Rael's involvement in Tali's life.
It's difficult to explain. I shouldn't.
It's all right, Henshala. No secrets between shipmates. I think I told Shepard about my father.
If you say so. Riel was committed to the Quarian cause. That didn't leave him a lot of time for his family. He wanted to give Tali and her mother the home world, or a strong fleet at least. That was how he showed his love.
What can you tell us about the Alarai?
Not much, I'm afraid. Tali'zorah only said that he was researching new defense technology.
He told me only that he needed any Geth parts or pieces I found. I assumed he was testing weapons on Geth components.
We knew nothing until the Alarai sent a distress signal, then went dead. We didn't even know about the Geth until a boarding team was attacked.
You're saying there's no data about the inside of the ship?
That's exactly what I am saying. The Marines who survived and escaped saw bodies in the halls. We must assume the worst.
No, we don't.
What kind of evidence will carry weight with the Admirals?
Tali, you admitted to sending Geth parts to your father for his project.
Yes, but never anything that could have come back online on its own. I took every possible precaution.
Then find records of your shipment and experiments. Something that proves you were careful. Something that proves that this is all just a terrible accident that nobody could have foreseen.
There seem to be some other arguments going on among the Admirals.
You caught that? Yes, the Geth's presence makes this a touchy issue. The Admiralty Board is trying to determine whether to focus on colonial development or attempt to retake the home world.
You're thinking of war? With the Geth?
I am not, Tali, but others are.
I know the migrant fleet is formidable, but even you can't take on the Geth.
We grow tired of wandering the stars, Shepard. We want our world back. We have paid enough for our mistake. I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm telling you which way the wind is blowing.
We should move on.
Good luck on the Alarai.
Thank you for the well-wishing, but we need to speak to some admirals, see if we can get them to
Tali'zorah is stuck with a human captain,
change their views a little bit.
Tali, I'm glad Admiral Raan got you leave to hit the Alarai. Hopefully you'll find something that clears your name.
I'm more concerned with finding my father, Admiral.
I wish you luck. Blow up some Geth on the way. And your Captain Shepard, Admiral Vas Neema. You got Admiral Corris backing up worse than a Krogan toilet. I'm glad to see Tali's captain knows how to handle a courtroom.
I get the sense you're inclined to believe the defense. I'm glad one of the judges is.
If you were only giving Rail inactive equipment for weapons tests, I've got no problem. We need to test weapons against Geth material. I know you and your father. You put too much of yourselves into this fleet to do anything to jeopardize our safety. And you're both smart enough not to make mistakes like the ones they're saying you made.
You and Tali's father go back a long ways?
We served together on the gunship Yaska during a bad Batarian raid. We were kids, serving pre-pilgrimage as trainees. Crew of 10, and 6 were dead. Kinetic barriers were down. Rail and I were alone on the bridge, and the Batarians had drawn off a tramp freighter.
Did you save the freighter?
Our ship was under orders to hold position, but Rail looked at me and said, "We're underage. They can't charge us for breaking formation." He took the helm, I took weapons, and we brought that freighter back. The crew called us heroes. The brass called us idiots. They slapped medals on our suits, then kicked us off to pilgrimage a bit earlier than usual. That's Rail for you.
Sounds like we're dealing with more politics than just Tali bringing back equipment.
You noticed that, did you? Tali's father wasn't just running weapons tests on the Geth for fun. He was looking for something to give us an edge when we attacked the Geth in full-scale war.
I know Father wanted to retake the homeworld someday, but are we that close?
I don't know, kid. We almost had the votes. We just need to give people hope for victory.
Thanks for the information.
Hang in there, kid.
Thank you, Admiral.
So that's one person definitely on our side if we can get the votes. Admiral Corris, however, is the one that's against us, so Admiral Zen must be over there. And she, I assumed it was a she based on model of their costume, because of course they have the kind of like shawl or veil over their helmet, unlike the gigantic tube things that come from these guys. She's the most interesting one, but that's it for today, episode-wise. We haven't done any shooty-shooty, but we've, well, got ourselves into some political and courtroom intrigue, which will continue next episode as we go to retake the Shala'Raan and hopefully find some evidence that will clear Tali and leave us with our last loyal crew member made. Nice! So thank you, join me for that, and I'll see you guys around. Bye-bye.